Hi guys, today we have the Suzuki Baleno or Baleno, not sure how you say it. It's basically the same car as the Toyota Starlet, but in this video, let's say which one we think is better. So stick around for that. If you look at the exterior, the grille, I think the grille in the Starlet does look a little bit better. There's nothing wrong with the Suzuki one, but I think the Starlet has the upper edge on that one. It's not made by two different manufacturers. Suzuki actually makes the car. It's got a 1.5 liter engine. It's the same engine as the Suzuki Vitara Brezza, which I have reviewed about 2 or 3 weeks ago on my channel if you'd like to check that out. I will link the Starlet at the end of this video as well as the Suzuki Vitara Brezza, and you can select which one you'd like to watch next. Let's check out how the boot looks. That's the boot. It's a decent size. This car can actually be a family vehicle. It's not a small hatchback like the Suzuki Celerio or Celerio, but it is much bigger and it gives you great space. You can see the wheels are 15 inch. This is the GL model. On the GLX you do get 16 inch. I'm not going to go through all the differences between the GL and the GLX. That I will do in a spec sheet, which I will link down in the description box below, and you guys can have a look there. So you can see the GL has halogen headlights. On the GLX you will get LED headlights, you'll get daytime running lights. There are quite a few features extra that you will get on the car on the GLX model that you won't get on the GL. And I will also tell you that there are some things you get in this car, the Suzuki version, and not the Toyota version. We'll discuss that a bit later. So at the back you can see you've got cloth seats. You do have two USB ports at the back and a very neatly looking interior. So there you can see the infotainment system is a bit smaller. So you do get a 7 inch on the GLX, and then there is the one USB port. And this is the manual. As you can see, 5-speed manual. It's not 6-speed. And you do have cup holders there. For now it's a key holder for me. Over there you got your bottle holders. On either side you got auto electric windows. You can see you got the cruise control, and you got the audio buttons at the bottom, and a neatly looking dashboard. So additional features over there would be the heads-up display if you are in the GLX, but since we are in the GL there isn't. You don't get that on Toyota Starlet. And you also get a 360 camera on the infotainment system, which you do not get in the Starlet. And the Starlet is a little bit more expensive. So far you can see where my bias is, and that is towards Suzuki. I mean, they manufactured the car. It's the same car as the Starlet. Which one do you guys think is more popular? Guys, before we take this Suzuki Baleno for a drive, as you guys have seen, I did mention that the Baleno and the Starlet are basically the same car, manufactured by Suzuki. It's a 1.5 liter engine. It pushes out 77 kilowatts and 138 newton meters of torque, so those two are exactly the same there. Like I said earlier, it's the Suzuki Vitara Brezza engine. And the Starlet is a bit more expensive. You get more features in the Suzuki. Why that is, I'm not sure. You get a better warranty in the Suzuki, 5-year 200,000, and it's less in the Toyota Starlet. The Starlet might be a bit more attractively looking from the front. The rears are almost identical. The grille has the new honeycomb grille, and besides, one of the main differences is, as you rightly would have probably thought, is the badge. So one is a Toyota badge and one is a Suzuki badge, and in essence that actually might be the most important difference, as opposed to anything else I've mentioned, like price, or that you're getting a 360 camera in this car, in the Suzuki version, and a heads-up display. The badge itself plays the biggest role. So brand loyalty. If you've bought the Toyota Starlet, the previous model that came out 2 years ago or a year ago, would you upgrade to the 1.5 liter new version of the Toyota Starlet? Or if you're not very brand loyal, would you actually go for the Suzuki, which in my opinion, and based on what I've seen, I've driven both cars, and the Suzuki does offer more value for money, because it's value, meaning value for money in the pure sense of the word, is it's cheaper and you're getting more features. So that's where the value comes in. In terms of the drive, same engine, so the drive will be the same. Fuel efficiency, a lot of people say that the Suzuki is a bit more fuel efficient. It is the same engine, so unless the power to weight ratio is a little bit different, I'm not sure what else could influence the fuel efficiency as much. If you guys have seen the poll on YouTube, 67% have said that they would choose the Suzuki over the Toyota Starlet. Although that might be the case, and that's what I'm seeing online, but if I look on the roads physically, I do see more Toyota Starlets. But I mean, I don't drive in the whole country. Which car is more popular in your opinion? Which one would you choose? The car that you think is more popular, is that being represented on the roads? Like, are you seeing more of that car? If you have watched my Toyota Starlet video and you saw the in-drive there, This one, in terms of spec wise, it's not going to be different, but we are going to be having a different kind of a discussion. If you haven't seen the Starlet video, then I highly recommend you to click on it. Some good jokes in that one as well. In terms of the drive, absolutely beautiful and luxurious. It's very comfortable on the road. The seat is comfortable. I'm in a very good driving position. 77 kilowatts, 138 newton meters of torque. It's more than enough. You do not struggle up hills. Fuel efficiency, I think I was getting over 8 on the Starlet. I was in the automatic and I was in the XR, which is the top of the range model in the Starlet. Here in the Baleno, I am on 7.6. Claimed fuel consumption is under 6. Maybe I'm pressing a bit too much. I'm sure you can get this fuel consumption lower. I am driving this car as a reviewer, so I'm not being the most fuel efficient. I am trying to test out the power and everything else for you guys so I can report on it. So don't worry about what my number is saying at 7.6 currently. You've seen previously in this video, we went through the exterior. The spec sheet in the description box below will tell you exactly the full specs of this car. It'll tell you what's the difference between the GL and the GLX versions. It'll tell you the interior. Okay, it's not going to show you how spacious it is inside. I have shown you that. So I showed you the interior. It'll obviously tell you what type of seats there are, but you can't see it there, but you can read it. So I've shown you the seats, I've shown you how the interior looks, I've shown you everything. Is that sufficient? What do you guys like me to talk about on the in-drive? Do you like it when I, basically go through the spec sheet again, like in a verbal format? Are there any other aspects that you would like me to discuss during this in-drive? Do you want me to take it on specific tests? Must it do specific speed tests? How does it perform on 120? So I can understand if I'm driving, like if I look at the car like the i30N, that car was super fast, so I did a speed test because I assume that, because it's a fast car, you guys would really like to know how it performs, speed-wise. But a general car like this, it's a family car, it's a day-to-day car. There's nothing special in terms of, it outperforms in terms of speed and it's the most fuel-efficient car. It's just a normal, very, very nice car. So with cars like this, general day-to-day cars, or maybe upgrades on previous models or anything like that, are there any other topics, when I'm doing a car review that you would like me to discuss, like, how to select a car to buy, SUVs versus sedans, sedans versus hatchbacks, SUVs versus compact SUVs? Are there specific comparisons you'd like me to do? Let me know in the comments below and I will do videos on those. I did speak a bit about the comparison between the Toyota Starlet and Suzuki Baleno because that is quite apparent. If you know someone who has a Toyota Starlet, if you know, hey, this person needs to get the Suzuki Baleno and see what this car is all about, send in this video. If you know someone has a Suzuki but you want them to get the Starlet version of this car, then send in the Starlet video, or just send them both. If you are still watching, please subscribe to the channel because 95% of all the people, all you guys who are watching are not subscribed. Please, if you can just take a minute, I'll really appreciate it if you just hit the subscribe button, put your notifications on. There's a lot of great new videos coming up. But anyway, see you guys in next week's video. Oh, actually, I don't know. It's fine. Just click on another video. I have to go now.